What up, Fight World? This your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. This is some interesting news. I at least found it was interesting. I wanted to share it with you guys. Now, the legend Bernard B. Hopkins, he did some press work. He was obviously helping with Golden Boy and his partnership with Golden Boy in the Canelo Kirkland fight, and that was a fun fight. And he was talking about his career, if he wants to return. And basically what he was saying, he did an interview with Ring TV. He hasn't made a final decision if he's going to retire. He's 50 years old. But he does want to continue to fight, most likely. But it has to be the right fight. You know what I mean? He's at 50 and accomplishing what he's accomplished in his career. He doesn't want to just fight anybody. But a person he said he would be open to fight is with Carl Froch. And I'm going to tell you what he said. Here's what he said. I would like to fight Carl Froch. He brings a fan base like I bring. And I think I have a fan base on both sides of the world. He also said that I'll accommodate him if he's serious. If he's not afraid to get beat by a 50-year-old. So you can read the whole article if you want. I just want to give that quick excerpt and talk about this potential fight real quick. The link will be in the description. I actually really like this fight. Now, Carl Froch coming off of an injury. They were in talks of making or trying to make Chavez Jr., Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. versus Carl Froch. And I really at the time wanted to see that. But after seeing Chavez Jr. go up in weight, fight a dangerous fight in Andre Fonfara, which failed to be a sound decision with him and his team. His dad didn't want him to fight Fonfara, but he did anyway, and ended up quitting on the stool, getting knocked down, first career knockdown, first stoppage. So it's just not looking good. So I really don't have an interest to see Carl Froch face Chavez Jr. based on what actually happened and Chavez Jr. losing his last fight. So, and I think he just has issues with staying disciplined and stuff like that. At the very least, Bernard Hopkins, I know he takes the sport serious. He's going to come in shape for his age and things like that. He says he would be looking to go down to 168 and fight Carl Froch, so not make Carl Froch move up or anything like that. He says he's currently 174 pounds approximately. And he says, I'm looking to fight at 168. I want to be a 3-weight world champion. I jumped over 168 and never went back down. Right now I'm weighing 174 and a half pounds. I feel good. So actually, I really like this fight. It's an interesting style matchup. I'm a big fan of Carl Froch, just a man's man, tough, kind of gritty type of fighter from England. He can sell the fight and talk his piece. His fights with George Groves, the build-ups were good when they did the fake face-off and stuff like that. Bernard Hopkins knows how to carry himself, conduct himself, entertain the public and the crowds, and do his interview and stuff like that. So it's actually a good fight. And the style matchup is what I really like. Carl Froch, a guy who's not as technically sound, but he has good power. He's aggressive. He has a hell of a chin and things like that. Bernard Hopkins also showed a hell of a chin, more of a boxing wizard. So it'd be an interesting fight to go out with at age 50 to see if he can beat a guy like Carl Froch. Now, some people are going to always make comparisons that don't need to be made. Like they're going to compare Hopkins losing to Kovalev. Two different styles and two different fights. I would say Kovalev is more of a seek and destroy type of dude, and he's at 175, and he had momentum. He was a champion and stuff like that. Versus Carl Froch, recently stripped, kind of at the tail end of his career too. He's also contemplated the idea of retiring. So I think they're at two different spectrums. Kovalev, like I said, more of a seek and destroy, vicious puncher at 175. And again, Hopkins went the distance. It was a one-sided fight, but he still went the distance with a crazy puncher at 175 in Crusher Kovalev. So, I mean, it'd be interesting to see if he can take Carl Froch's style at 168. But again, if a guy showed a chin at 175 against the division's biggest puncher, arguably, him or Adonis Stevenson, then this is an interesting fight. To see if Carl Froch can make it his type of fight. Again, two guys who are kind of looking to exit the sport. I'd be up for it. I don't know about you guys. Interesting style matchup. And what else is for Carl Froch? I think Andre Ward fight is out there, but I really think Andre Ward beats him easy. Andre Ward, the first time they fought, he had a fractured hand. I don't know. He still beat him convincingly, so I don't see what would be different. Now he's feeling good with his new Rock Nation deal and stuff. I just don't see that fight playing out different. This is a little bit different dynamic because Ward and Hopkins are two different age groups. Hopkins is 50 years old, so he can beat the guys, and he showed you he could beat the guys like Shumanov and Murat and stuff like that, but can he beat a more like pristine, sharper fighter like a Carl Froch who has that same type of vigor when he fights? So I like it. I think it's a good fight between Bernard Hopkins and Carl Froch at 168. Drop me a comment. Let me know if you like the style matchup. Who would you even favor in this particular one? Bernard Hopkins is confident. Drop me a comment. Make sure you like my video as always. Hate, comment, and subscribe. Till next video, it's Ego signing off.